Good day and welcome to the penultimate recap of the second season of Stan's Drag Race Down Under. Last week we used our limp wrists to wave goodbye to Beverly Kills, who wound up in the bottom for trying to convince us that Bindi Irwin's secret lesbian sister would hunt for sugar daddies on the Gold Coast. Not the best idea when you really think about it. This makes the top 4 Hannah Conda, Spankie Jackzon, Kween and Molly Poppins. The top 4 girls gather in the workroom to reflect, and it really is nice to see a group of girls who aren't combative or nasty. We are going to finish this show drama-free and without a single conflict, and you bloody love to see it. All of the girls gather before the workroom TV to watch an episode of the White Lotus. A strange choice if you ask me, but any excuse to stare lovingly into Murray Bartlett's mustache. RuPaul then announces that this week's maxi challenge will be to make over an entire family. I'm talking uncle, cousin, father and homosexual. A normal nuclear family. The makeover challenge is not only a staple of RuPaul's Drag Race, but it's also one of the more heartwarming and fun episodes that the show has to offer. Plus, last year's makeover was one of the best eps of Drag Race Down Under we've ever received. Molly Poppins is partnered with Keelan, a super fan of Drag Race who brought their family in for a super makeover. Hannah Conda is teamed up with Keelan's father Tony. The two decide to try on some breast pads and Tony makes the courageous choice to go bigger. If you can't poke somebody's eyes out on the runway, you aren't doing drag. You've gotta respect Tony for wanting the full experience. Kween pairs herself up with Keelan's cousin Tyler. He's definitely the person I was most excited to see in drag, as he just has the face for it. I can't explain it, it's just gay instinct. Spankie lands herself in the company of Keelan's Uncle Paul, who reveals that he's from Palmerston North just like her. A match made in heaven, if you ask me. Watching all of these men walk in heels for the first time was truly something else. A lot of tripping over and stumbling, and that was just Spankie Jackzon. And so, the queens decide it would be camp to do a walk-off with their partners. Unsurprisingly, Uncle Paul has fierce energy pulsing through his veins. He was made for this. Others, however, do not do as well in heels. It's time to put the blokes into their queenly costumes, and Keelan has a couple of ideas about how he wants to look on the runway. It's very obvious that Keelan is a Drag Race superfan who does not want to look a mess in front of RuPaul. In typical gay fashion, he also wants to turn Molly's outfit into something raunchier. Something that would make the WAP music video blush. What's wrong with being a demure strawberry shortcake character? Over at Kween Kong's station, everything is looking glamorous, gorgeous and other G words that convey a sense of unmistakable beauty. I mean, look at this woman. While Kween was busy transforming Tyler into a lady, Hannah was turning Tony into a clown. Molly also ran into problems with time, and had to cut corners on her vision. So much for thinking things would be easier with the only gay member of the family. Now let's get into the transformation looks from this week's Drag Race Down Under episode. The theme? Opposites attract. First up is Kween and Sister Kong looking like two gorgeous women. Going for the black and white costumes was a smart idea on Kween's end. Nothing screams opposites like those two colors. Next is Molly Poppins and her drag daughter Candy Flippins. It was nearly impossible to get a still image of Candy Flippins because she was so full of energy. But alas, the two served up sweet and sour realness, and it was okay. Spankie Jackzon and Flash Jackson absolutely ate on the runway, and I'm not just saying that because their outfits were based on pizza. Despite the fact that you could very easily see the edges of Flash's wig, the two sold the hell out of their looks. I guess that's what happens when you put two people with hilarious personalities together. Hannah Conda came down the runway as a Wicked Witch of the Enchanted Forest, while her partner Gator was a dainty pink princess. It was giving Wicked. It was giving the severely underrated Snow White in the Huntsman, 2012. Except in this case, Hannah was playing the part of Charlize Theron, the evil witch, and Gator was Chris Hemsworth, the Huntsman. Molly and Hannah found themselves in the bottom 2 for their makeovers, which made complete sense with my fantasy. Kween took home the bacon for her unreal transformation yassification, securing her spot in the top 3. The bottom two then had to lip-sync to an obscure Steps song featuring Michelle Visage. Maybe it was to commemorate the fact that Steps were supposed to tour Australia with the Pussycat Dolls, Smash Mouth, Sophie Ellis-Bextor and Jesse McCartney, but COVID took it away from us. I'm still sobbing over that, BTW. It was either for that reason or because Michelle wanted to plug her new song. Either way, I'm not mad. Hannah was named the winner of the lip sync, joining Spankie and Kween in the top 3. Sadly, this means we had to say goodbye to Molly Poppins, big tits of the season. I was really coming to love Molly and her energy. She was always so positive and charming, and never really faltered throughout the competition. That's what you call top 4 material. We'll have to journey to Newcastle to see her in action. This gives me one reason to go there now. You can catch Drag Race Down Under on Stan now.